Now in 4 News Now at 6, break-ins are on the rise in one Spokane neighborhood. We'll show you why police may come knocking on your door and how to reduce the chances of your home being targeted.
Our weather has hit a standstill and it's causing air quality concerns. I'll explain the current air stagnation advisory and let you know when the next storm system is headed our way in the first alert forecast.
I was thinking I was going to be dead. I was thinking that I was never going to be able to see my family again.
A woman and her friend shot while walking to the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office. Tonight, we hear from one of the victims in last week's Wallace shooting, why her account conflicts with what investigators are saying. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Break-ins, car theft, and other property crimes are on the rise in Spokane's Logan neighborhood near Gonzaga.
In an attempt to prevent these crimes, the Spokane Police Department has a team of volunteer cadets helping neighbors protect their property. Madeline Mullins is live from the Logan neighborhood tonight. So, Madeline, what are some of the things that SPD wants neighbors to keep an eye out for?
Yeah, Kirsten, well, these cadets have been going door to door in the neighborhoods that have been hit by the property crime and educating neighbors about how to make their home not look like an easy target. And part of that means making sure your home is visible from the street, even when it's dark out like this. In the last few months, SPD says there's been just over 350 property crime offenses in the Logan neighborhood. That's anything from breaking and entering to car prowling to stealing a package off the front porch. And that number is on the rise.
You know, a lot of our property crimes, when they spike, they're generally in smaller locations, 2 to 3 block radius, and it's usually crimes of opportunity.
To combat this, a team of volunteer cadets have been going door to door, educating the community.
Talk to the community, leave flyers that describe some of the crime prevention techniques that will impact some of the property crime we're seeing in their area.
Some of the tips are obvious. Don't leave valuables outside and lock your doors. But other suggestions are more about encouraging a criminal to walk right by your house.
Most of our property predators they don't want to be noticed, and if we can impact that with landscaping improvements, lighting, motion lighting, security cameras, obviously some of those things start costing money, but a lot of this you can just implement, and it's just really the time that you devote to it.
SPD says some of the break-ins are in student housing that's left unlocked or homes that are empty. Since the department says right now it doesn't have enough resources or patrol officers to make an impact in the neighborhood, it hopes this cadet program helps prevent crime from happening in the first place. And SPD also encourages people to get to know their neighbors, join the Nextdoor app, and make sure you're up to date on things that are happening around you. And the police department also says that if you see anything suspicious, to call Crime Check. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. A Spokane man convicted of trafficking fentanyl will spend 17 years in prison. Prosecutors say Kenneth Kraus was already on federal supervision when Spokane police searched his Spokane Valley home last October. They found more than 1,200 grams of fentanyl powder along with meth, cocaine, drug scales, and cash. Investigators say a child was also living in the home in unsafe conditions. And this isn't Kraus's first run-in with the law. He's previously been charged with robbery and other drug and weapons charges.
Well, it is certainly starting to feel like winter here in the inland Northwest, but our calm winds are starting to affect our air quality.
Yeah, so let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with a look at our air stagnation advisory.
Yes, a little bit of a haze on our horizon today. This is our time lapse looking to the west-southwest over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, the Spokane County Courthouse. We do have an air stagnation advisory in effect for the area shaded in light gray on your screen. It includes Spokane, the Northeast Mountains, Okanagan Highlands and Valleys, down the east slopes of the Cascades. Does not include Coeur d'Alene up through Bonners Ferry, but the central panhandle as well as the LC Valley is included. Moscow, Pullman, the Palouse, and into the Columbia Basin, not included in the air stagnation advisory. Now, our air quality was in the moderate range in the last hour, but is now in the good range. It looks like it will stay in the moderate range tomorrow, especially if you burn cleanly and follow your local municipality's suggestions in regards to wood burning. With this cold weather, that may be a bit of a challenge, but our Tuesday planner 22 degrees to start the day. We are finally going to get above freezing tomorrow. We've had 3 days where we've been at freezing or below, heading up to a high of 35. 33 is our average high. A mix of sun and clouds, but mostly more sun than clouds. A pretty quiet day. That is going to come to an end as we get into 2026. I'll have your New Year's forecast in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. The statue of Abraham Lincoln in downtown Spokane has once again been vandalized. You can see part of it covered in red paint here. And this is not the first time it's been vandalized. It was a similar scene back in November of 2020. It's the same thing, splattered in red paint. One local company spent hours cleaning for 2 days to remove all of that paint. Anyone with information about this vandalism is asked to contact the Spokane Police Department. A family in Moses Lake is grieving as they prepare a funeral for loved ones killed in a crash on Christmas Day.
2 adults and a 6-month-old baby were on their way to Walla Walla when a car crossed into their lane and hit them head-on. The crash happened around 22 miles west of Walla Walla on Highway 12. Derek Strom spoke with the father of one of the victims.
Derek, Kirsten, Gustavo Guzman Gomez, and Nishili Bustamante died at the scene of the crash. Their 6-month-old Giovanni was taken to the hospital but later died from his injuries. Now their family is dealing with losing all 3 of them at once. Neither Nishili Bustamante or her partner Gustavo Guzman Gomez had seatbelts on when the crash happened just west of Walla Walla. WSP says a 22-year-old driver was traveling in the opposite direction when he went off the road, hit a guardrail, and then overcorrected and drove into the eastbound lanes. That's when he hit Bustamante and Guzman Gomez head-on.
Christmas Day, my daughter, my grandson, her partner, all of them at once is terrible.
Bustamante's father, Antonio, says losing his only daughter and his only grandson is heartbreaking. Their family is still reeling from what happened just a few days ago, but he's been amazed at the support they've received since.
There's a lot of people show up, and by this time, these moments, sometimes if they give you a hug, man, you have no clue.
Bustamante says the funeral is expected to cost around $30,000, and he's hopeful the GoFundMe will raise half of what they need. He's grateful for how generous people have been so far.
It's a lot of people is reaching out for us. Some people do a little bit, some people do a lot. But, we thank you for every single dollar we get.
And so far, the GoFundMe has raised nearly $5,000. And if you'd like to donate, we'll have a link on our website. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thank you. Take a look at this video of a fire that destroyed a vacant hotel in Okanagan. It happened around 1:30 this morning at the old Quality Inn and Suites along Highway 97. By the time crews arrived, the building had already collapsed. Officials say the hotel had been vacant for more than 2 years and had been fenced off after a previous fire in November of 2023. The cause of this fire is still under investigation.
Still ahead, health officials are warning flu and other respiratory illnesses are on the rise across the U.S.
We'll tell you which states are seeing the biggest spikes and what it means for Washington and Idaho. And big changes are coming for vapes and tobacco products starting in 2026. We'll break down the new tax and why shop owners are rushing to stay ahead.
And a trip to the sheriff's office ends with a woman needing more than 50 staples placed in her leg. Hear from one of the victims of last week's shooting in Wallace and why her account doesn't match what investigators are saying.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
How would you like to kick off 2026 in a new Toyota? And get $2,026 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Well, this week you can at Findlay Downtown Toyota. Plus, we're delaying all payments until March 1st.
I am born to do this. It is my true passion. I stare into the dark at night and dream about it. On game day, my muscles twitch and my mind races. I live for this. It's my calling. I am an American bucking bull. And this is my sport. PBR bucks into Newberica Veterans Arena January 9th and 10th. Get your tickets for PBR Spokane now at ticketswest.com.
STCU and 4 News Now are proud to highlight volunteers throughout our region.
And that tradition continues today.
Through our Volunteers Count program, we celebrate dedicated people who help at nonprofits, large and small.
Their work benefits individuals, families, and our entire community.
Do you know of a volunteer who goes above and beyond? Someone who makes a positive impact and ensures others' needs are met?
We'd love to hear about them. Nominate them at kxly.com/volunteerscount.
Brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains. We turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. And right now, save $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it. Work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
John Drake, a 77-year-old man from Mullen, has been named by the Shoshone Sheriff as the gunman in Friday's shooting in Wallace. Drake shot 2 women who are expected to recover.
He then barricaded himself inside the sheriff's office, leading to a shootout with law enforcement. Almost 2 hours later, he was killed. In just the last 2 hours here, though, one of the women who was shot called our newsroom to make a correction and share her story. These photos she sent to us of her leg only hours after being shot by what she said was a shotgun. As for the correction, initially, the sheriff said the women were in a truck when they were shot. But she says she was just walking across the street when she was shot in the leg. Hunter Bertram spoke with her today. So, Hunter, how is she doing?
Kirsten, Eliza Frank told me she's lucky to be alive. She says she was walking toward the sheriff's office on Friday when John Drake shot her. In the moments that followed, she thought she was going to die.
I was thinking I was going to be dead. I was thinking that I was never going to be able to see my family again and see my dog, my pit bull.
Eliza Frank's leg is now covered with pellet holes. She received 50 staples at the hospital. After the gun went off, she took cover in a truck while Drake continued firing.
Yeah, and I didn't know him, never even seen the guy before.
Eliza now struggles with walking as she recovers, but the trauma lingers.
This is the scariest thing that ever happened to me. This will be something I will never forget.
Her fear remains.
Yeah, because every time I hear a loud noise now, I always am kind of nervous.
John Drake of nearby Mullen is identified as the shooter.
Yeah, during the process of our investigation, he was identified as John Drake. He is a local here in Shoshone County.
After law enforcement killed him, he was found with multiple guns, though specifics remain sparse. The investigation continues, but the motive is still unclear. The sheriff's office, damaged in the incident, will need substantial repairs.
But it will be closed for the short term, and we're going to keep everyone advised on our Facebook page as far as when they can expect that to be reopened and services given again.
Kirsten, Derek, still so much more to learn about Friday night. Questions I asked about a motive or Drake's history remain unanswered by Sheriff Eddy as of news time. For News Now, Hunter Bertram.
Here's a look at our almanac today. We were 1 degree below average for our high and 1 degree below average for our low. We have not spent much time with below average temperatures this December. Want to draw your attention to our record 21 below, set back in 1968. So that chill out there tonight really doesn't amount to much. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. The courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
People from North Idaho are built for long, snowy winters.
And so are the Subarus they drive.
With symmetrical all-wheel drive, every Subaru handles winter's toughest challenges with ease. No matter how harsh the weather gets, your Subaru stays in control.
It's the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru and Parker Subaru are donating a minimum of $325 to charity now through January 2nd.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The tin roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
GMA tomorrow.
Grab someone you love. Get in front of the TV.
Because the Rockin' Countdown to 2026 is on with Ryan Seacrest and the Inside Dish on this year's Rockin' Surprises.
You never know what's going to happen.
Only on
Good Morning America.
Welcome back in. No snowmen for us this Christmas, unfortunately, but there was just an itty-bitty bit, I said it 3 times, of snow, which was good the next day.
Yeah. We still have a little bit in our backyard.
I've got hints that there was some precipitation of a snow variety at my house, but boy, the next round of wet weather is likely not going to be white, and it's a few days away. Right now, it is partly cloudy and cold. 29 in Spokane, 27 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. We'll be bottoming out in the lower 20s tonight. 4 things to know about your weather. We have an air stagnation advisory through Thursday at noon. That's about when things are going to start picking up again. We're going to stay dry through the middle of the week. There is a warming trend, but it is a slow warming trend. It's going to take a while. And then a wintry mix coming in late in the day on New Year's Day. But it's going to be turning all to rain. Let's take a look. Tracking our weather pattern, we have high pressure in control right now. It's keeping the storms away, but it's also potentially going to be trapping some pollutants at the surface as the stagnant air patterns tend to do. Here is Thursday midnight. Happy New Year. And we are starting to see a little bit of wet weather coming up from the south, but we'll be dry through New Year's Eve. You can head out for your New Year's fun with confidence that the roads are not going to be slick. By 3 o'clock on New Year's Day, we're starting to see that wet weather moving in, and it's showing up as all rain, but I think we may still have some cold air trapped at the surface, so we may have a time period where it is either freezing rain or a mix of rain and snow before turning all to rain as we get into Friday. Temperatures, we're going to be at 37 on Thursday and then up into the 40s starting Friday and continuing through the weekend, but overnight lows getting down around freezing. So we are going to continue to see a mix of rain and snow, but in terms of snowmen or shoveling, does not look very promising in terms of getting a little more fresh snow at the ski resorts. It does look very promising as we get into the weekend. Meanwhile, tomorrow's highs will be above freezing in Spokane for the first time in 3 days. 37 in Coeur d'Alene. We've got 40s in Kellogg and St. Mary's, as well as Lewiston. 31 in Winthrop tomorrow and 39 in Grand Coulee. Right around the Spokane area, 36 in Meade and Deer Park, and in downtown Spokane, 37 in Spangle, in Coeur d'Alene, as well as Hayden and Post Falls. in your planning forecast. We are going to stay dry through New Year's Eve, 35 for a high New Year's Eve, dropping down to 25 as you get into New Year's Day. We've got some wet weather coming in late in the day Thursday into a rainy Friday. It's going to be rain by the time we're into the day, and then a mix of rain and snow, but mostly rain right on through Monday. We're back into a wet and active weather pattern, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. A section of the east side of Highway 2 reopened today, just in time for the start of ski season at Stevens Pass. Here's some video of people enjoying the slopes today. The highway was heavily damaged due to our recent windstorm. As of right now, the Department of Transportation is using a pilot car to guide traffic to the ski resort.
As we flip the calendar over to 2026, a new year means new beginnings. And for some, it may mean looking for a new job.
Whether you're looking to switch careers or land a new role, the process can be overwhelming. Jen Sullivan sits down with one career expert to talk about ways to stand out with recruiters.
Bringing in a new year means self-reflection and setting new goals. For some, that may mean looking for a new job. And many career experts say January is a good time for job seekers.
In the new year, you often see hiring opportunities increase out in the marketplace.
Dawn Fay with recruiting firm Robert Half says a new year means a new annual budget for most companies, so they have more financial flexibility to add positions. But this is a tough climate for job seekers. The latest jobs report shows 105,000 jobs were lost in October and 64,000 jobs were added in November, while the unemployment rate rose to 4.6%. A 4-year high.
The jobs are there. It's more competitive to find the opportunities you're looking for.
Faye recommends broadening your job search. If you work in marketing, don't just apply to other marketing firms. Look for a marketing job in other industries.
Certainly things are picking up in the energy sector because there's all talk about power and how are we going to power all these data centers to keep the AI work running.
Faye says tailor your resume and cover letter to each job you apply for. She says AI can be a useful tool to help you save time. Use the job description to help you come up with a rough draft.
You might, again, just want to tweak it to highlight your skills and the results that you've had from the work that you've done that could be really particular to that role that you are applying to.
Don't just apply through the company's website. Try and track down the hiring manager and email them directly as well. If you're currently unemployed, consider contract or temporary work. Take a class to develop new skills or even volunteer. Faye says that helps you explain any resume gaps. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, still ahead, flu cases are surging across the country with millions already sick and hospitalizations climbing. We'll show you where outbreaks are hitting the hardest and what doctors say you should do now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
This holiday season, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew Final Days.
Initiate Final Days protocol.
And just announced Final Days bonus cash. That's 1,000 bonus cash back, and that's on top of other offers.
Hurry! Built Ford tough trucks are moving fast.
Ford SUV is almost gone.
Built Wild Bronco family, adventure is selling quick.
Lease a Bronco Big Ben for $339 a month for 36, or a Bronco Sport Big Ben for $269 a month for 36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
MASH is a must.
Yeah, what more do you want?
It's MASH CTV on MeTV.
See what you started?
It's 2 full hours of MASH C laughs.
What about rank? Can I help it if I'm not as rank as you?
MASH C characters.
You wanted to see me?
And MASH C.
Oh, it's a picture of General MacArthur in the nude.
TV.
Television, the wave of the future.
I thought I'd seen it all.
See MASH.
MASH, weeknights beginning at 6 on MeTV 4.2.
With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same in-store prices and have your groceries brought right to you. So you can spend time on what matters most. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
In news for your health officials are expecting flu and other respiratory illness cases to rise across the U.S., with several states already seeing high or very high activity levels indicated by the shades of red and orange on this map from the CDC.
And that does include Idaho. For now, Washington is still seeing low flu activity, but hospitalizations did spike in the most recent week reported, according to the Spokane Regional Health District. ABC's Allison Cossack shares what makes this year's flu strain different.
Cases of the flu surging nationwide. The latest CDC data shows nearly 5 million cases across the country.
Flu cases are rising in many parts of the country, with 50,000 hospitalizations, 2,000 deaths, all attributed to the flu.
New York State is now seeing its worst flu outbreak on record. More than 71,000 cases in one recent week alone, the most ever in a single week. At least 14 other states are reporting a high or very high number of cases, from Louisiana to Colorado and up to New England. And this week, as people return home and go back to work after the holidays, expect cases to rise.
We all gathered together for the holiday season. We share our love, our joy. We also share our germs.
While this year's flu seems similar to previous years, including high fever, body aches, and fatigue, doctors say with this year's strain, they're seeing more vomiting in children and symptoms are coming on faster and more intensely.
I couldn't even walk. I could barely talk. I did help with everything I did. I was not able to eat or drink.
The bulk of this year's cases are being linked to a new variant known as subclade K. Doctors say the flu shot will still help reduce your risk of severe illness, but fewer Americans have been vaccinated this year. One survey found only 34% of adults got their shot. If you do get sick, there are treatments.
So it's a good idea to go and swab and get tested, because you might be able to take an antiviral such as Tamiflu for influenza as long as you start that quickly, usually within 48 hours of symptoms.
The CDC recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get their flu shot, and doctors say it's not too late. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
And still ahead, peace talks continue between President Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister about a ceasefire in Gaza.
Why Iran's president says his country is now at war with both the U.S. and Israel, and what it could mean for tensions in the Middle East.
A new Washington bill is going to make it much more expensive to buy tobacco products in the new year. Hear from the Lilac City Vapor Shop about why this creates a huge tax liability for their vapor products.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $16,250 off or 0% APR on new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This holiday season, unwrap some excitement and get ready to play at Triple Play, North Idaho's destination for family fun. Suit up for a laser tag showdown. Then score big laughs and even bigger prizes in the arcade. And keep the fun going with year-round thrills at Raptor Reef Water Park. With so much to do for every age group, it's the ultimate holiday adventure.
Come out and play today, so Triple Play.
Save more and play more when you stay at Triple Play Resort Hotel and Suites.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. NeuroStim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered.
I'd say going through TMS therapy really hit me with a sense of relief. I didn't know that I could feel this good again. I can actually find this, joy and peace in things again, and it's been incredible.
It was as though I was out of this darkness, literally, but I feel 100% better. I feel like I'm myself.
There is hope for stubborn depression and anxiety. Call today for a free consultation.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
There's something new on MeTV weeknights at 10. Now, KXLY Plus brings you fresh news and stories from 4 News Now, streaming straight to your screen. Catch it on MeTV weeknights at 10.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $11,500 off or 0% APR on new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, it's going to become a lot more expensive to smoke or vape in Washington come 2026. A new excise tax aims to make the state money and curb tobacco and nicotine habits at the same time. Senate Bill 5814 places a 95% tax on all tobacco products sold in Washington.
But in November, the Department of Revenue announced that it was broadening the scope and including any product with nicotine. Mary Sheridan spoke with one Spokane vape shop that's prepared to take a hit.
One business owner in Spokane knows exactly how he's going to ring in the new year.
The 31st, I have to be here right after we close, get all that information and basically get it all compiled because the first of the year, I have to report that to the Department of Revenue.
As the owner of Lilac City Vapor, Michael Blanton will have to pay a 95% excise tax on the tobacco and nicotine products he carries, starting in 2026.
We have over $100,000 in inventory items. Imagine paying 95% of that to continue staying in business.
Blanton says he knew about this tax when it was first introduced.
It was only for tobacco products, which was originally for the pouches, like Zyn pouches, commonly known for that, because they don't have a tax.
But in November, Blanton found out that this tax included all nicotine products, even those that use synthetic tobacco. This means all of his vaping products will be subject to the hefty tax, on top of the volume tax he paid earlier this year.
Our current tax rate we have is the ML tax, which is 9 cents per milliliter for the juices and then 27 cents per milliliter for disposables.
Already, Blanton is crunching the numbers so his customers' prices won't double. This is one of Lilac City Vapor's most popular products. If you were to walk through the doors today, it would cost you $23.50. In the new year, it's going to increase 46%, so close to $34. Supporters of this bill believe it will make money for the state and curb addiction problems.
If the community is going to reduce the utilization of vaping and smoking, those are positive things that are going to impact us, and there's also less utilization long-term on the medical system.
But Blanton believes it unfairly targets local businesses like his, which will be forced to reduce floor stock in the new year. He's already taking steps to amend it in Olympia.
We're putting pressure on the Department of Revenue, putting pressure on the Attorney General, and it's because it's double taxation.
In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
And starting in the new year, big changes are coming to how property values are calculated in Idaho. The goal is to prevent any major increases year over year. The changes would standardize how properties are assessed and also clarify how county assessors measure the value. Property owners are encouraged to review the numbers carefully next year. Also starting on the 1st, the application for the state's property tax reduction program reopens. That's the program that helps low-income seniors save up to $1,500 on property taxes. taxes. To qualify, you have to be at least 65 years old. Your total household income has to be less than $39,000 after deductions and medical expenses, and you must own and live in the home before April 15th. That is also the same day when the application window closes. To apply, head to your county tax assessor's website.
All right, an air stagnation advisory is currently in effect across the inland Northwest.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see what that means for our air quality.
Well, it is in effect until noon on Thursday. Our air quality right now is in the good range, but may begin to go downhill through the week as that high pressure holds tough over the region through about Thursday at noon. And then we have some changes. The high pressure creates a temperature inversion. The further up you go in the atmosphere, the warmer it gets. Warm, stable air traps cold air down at the surface. This happens frequently in Spokane because we do sit in a bit of a bowl with the river valley, and that inversion traps smoke and other pollutants near the ground, and that's where we run into problems with our air quality. Also run into problems with fog trapped at the surface, but so far that has not seemed to be much of an issue. In fact, tomorrow I think we're going to see a little more sunshine again. We'll start the day off at 22 degrees, heading to a high of 35, above freezing for the first time in 3 days, with partly to mostly sunny skies. 33 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Eric.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. Right now, one local animal shelter is closed until further notice because of a rise in respiratory illnesses. Spokanimal says it is causing a large number of dogs to get pneumonia. The organization also says it's not sure what virus is spreading through the kennel. Tests have been sent to a lab in California to determine the cause, but the results are delayed due to the holiday season. But staff say their dogs are getting better.
Some are already starting to eat again. We're using a lot of supportive care. Staff is here pretty much around the clock, and a lot of antibiotics, a lot of treatment, conferring with a local vet, and just, you know, trying to make sure that they're eating and drinking. So we're giving fluids, things like that, and they are starting to eat. We're seeing some progress.
You know, cats are still available for adoption at Petco, PetSmart, and the Kitty Cantina. Spokanimal also tells us 2025 has been a record year for adoptions, with more than 5,000 pets finding their forever homes. If your Christmas tree is beginning to dry out and it's time to toss it, Spokane residents can simply leave their trees at the curb to be picked up on their regular garbage day. In Post Falls, Republic Services will offer Christmas tree collection next month. The pickup is scheduled for Saturday, January 24th. Trees must be free of all decorations, and any tree taller than 7 feet should be cut down to size. Pickup is by appointment only, so be sure to call Republic Services to get on their schedule. We've posted their phone number on our website, KXLY.com.
And I was a little early this year, and the Spokane pickup isn't until next week. So guess whose tree is going to be sitting out in front for a little while there. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are coming off a dominant win to begin conference play.
And they're gearing up for another WCC game on the road, this time against San Diego. When we come back, Mia Green has more on last night's win at Pepperdine and the upcoming matchup with USD. Don't go away.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Clark's Diamond Jewelers.
I've got 2 words for you. Jack Pack. All my faves for just $6 with your choice between 2 delicious sandwiches. My work here is done. Get my $6 Jack Pack or my munchies under $4.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
It's that time of year when one episode turns into just one more season, and time doesn't exist until the clock strikes midnight. Wait, what time is it? It's time to finish strong. At Planet Fitness, we're not waiting for the new year to give it everything we've got. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Deal ends December 31st.
Let's finish strong.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
What matters to me the most is the experience that my clients have when they're building a new home. Fred's always does a great job providing that great experience. They've proven to be a partner to rely on because they do their jobs. There's other things to worry about in building a house than how my clients are being taken care of with their appliance selections. They don't shy away from the headaches and get problem solved for me. I'm Corey Condren, owner of Condren Homes, and I'm proud to have Fred's Appliance as my partner.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack combos are still on top.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Red alert for New Year's Eve. Jitters around the world as Americans get set to ring in the celebrations. What authorities are doing to keep everyone safe. Next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The year 2025.
2025.
2025.
2025 was...
Ooh. Crazy.
Epic. 2025 was...
Wild.
It's the year 2025 with Robin Roberts.
Oh, what a year.
Tonight on ABC.
Welcome into sports. The Gonzaga Bulldogs have improved to 13-1 on the season after dropping 40 points on Pepperdine last night. The number 7 Gonzaga Bulldogs brought the heat following a dominant 96-56 win in their conference opener. 5 players reached double figures, and the Bulldogs nearly doubled the Waves' points by halftime. They now look ahead to face San Diego, who comes into tomorrow's matchup on a 6-7 overall record, fresh off of a win over Pacific. Historically, Gonzaga has dominated this matchup, outscoring San Diego en route to the Bulldogs, holding a 19-game win streak. They'll look to maintain that and remain undefeated in conference play tomorrow in San Diego at 6:30. And for Gonzaga's head coach Mark Few, yesterday marked 30 straight conference opener wins. Every year under Few, the Zags have won their conference opener. Few was also named a Hall of Fame nominee and surpassed 750 career wins after the win over North Florida. As for Gonzaga women's hoops, they opened up conference play in a double overtime thriller, an 87-80 victory over LMU. The two teams traded blows the entire game, 11 ties and 12 lead changes. But now they look ahead to host Pepperdine, who comes into this matchup with a 9-4 overall record, and the Zags hold an 18-game win streak over the Waves. Head coach Lisa Fortier spoke about what her team can learn from yesterday's game to carry forward to the rest of the season.
You guys understand that we can win this right now, right? Like we have to make stops, and we have to do better things offensively. We have to listen in the timeouts, and some of those little things that we need to clean up. But I think that if we would develop some of that belief in ourselves, then we're a really tough team.
Gonzaga women's hoops look ahead to host Pepperdine, who comes off of a loss to Washington State tomorrow at the Kennel at 6 p.m. And you can see the West Coast Conference Freshman of the Week, Lauren Whitaker, in action tomorrow for the 5th time this season. Whitaker has earned this honor, but it's actually her 6th overall, as she was named Player of the Week last week. The freshman from New Zealand just recorded her 6th double-double of the season. Kicking things over to Cougs, Washington State women's basketball snapped a 6-game losing streak last night, grinding out a 66-63 win over Pepperdine. The Cougs are now 1-0 in conference play and look ahead to host LMU tomorrow night. LMU is fresh off of a loss to Gonzaga. This will be the 6th meeting between the Cougs and the Lions. Historically, WSU leads the all-time series 4-1. Head coach Kami Etheridge spoke about what she expects of her team after the victory.
Teams that win or lose sometimes aren't as hungry, so we finally got a win. We can be so emotionally high after this. They're going to feel great about themselves. They're going to be so relieved. And, we have to be more savage and hungry on Tuesday. And I don't know why we wouldn't be, given where we are in the standings and what we've produced so far in the preseason.
Washington State women's hoops will host LMU tomorrow in Pullman at 6 p.m. And as for the men's hoops team, the Cougs hit the road and came away with a 67-62 win over Portland to open up conference play. WSU now sits at 6-8 overall. They look ahead to another road matchup. They'll face the Seattle Redhawks, who bring an 11-3 overall record, including 6 straight wins in non-conference play before their first WCC loss to San Francisco. The last time these two programs went head-to-head was in 2021 in Pullman, and the Cougs ran away with the victory. Well, Derek, we have have to talk about the Cougs. For tomorrow's matchup, they've gone head-to-head dating all the way back to 1949.
This is a different Seattle U team, though. They've wins over UW, wins over Stanford. They're pretty good, so it'll be a tough game for the Cougs for sure. Mia, thank you. All right, around the Northwest now, President Trump says if Iran builds up again, the U.S. will knock them down. It's not clear what President Trump was directly referring to.
Yeah, those comments came following Iran's president saying his country is at war with not only the U.S., but also with Israel. ABC's Perry Russum explains.
President Trump in a high-stakes meeting today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as the delicate ceasefire in Gaza is holding, and Iran's president says his country is in a full-scale war with the U.S. and Israel. The tension between the three countries has been simmering after the strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities over the summer.
I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup.
It's not clear what President Trump was directly referring to. Iran's president claims the U.S., Israel, and Europe do not want Iran to stand on its feet.
Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences. Consequences will be very powerful.
Trump and Netanyahu discussing the ceasefire deal in Gaza. It's broadly holding, still in the first of three proposed phases. Details of that second phase have not yet been agreed to. Trump says he wants to move to that second phase as quickly as possible.
Well, we talked about Hamas and we talked about disarmament, and they're going to be given a very short period of time to disarm.
Before meeting with Trump, Netanyahu sitting down with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. Netanyahu praising Trump.
I think he's been extraordinary in his friendship and his support for Israel.
President Trump was asked if he supports overthrowing Iran's government. He said he would not talk about that, but said Iran had a lot of problems, including their economy. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the Trump administration announced the amount of funding each state will get for the first year of the Rural Health Transformation Program. The awards range from $145 million to $281 million. The program will award $50 billion over the next 5 years. Half the money will be split evenly among states. The other half will be awarded through a point system based on a set of criteria. Of that second half of discretionary funds, about 20% is based on a state's commitment to specific policy actions. But the provision granting states extra points if they agree to implement Trump administration policies has drawn criticism. States will be scored each year, so funds may be clawed back in the future.
Well, some new video shows a helicopter in New Jersey spinning out of control before crashing. One pilot was killed and another was critically hurt. Both were reportedly flying close together in tandem, and as of now, it's unclear why. One witness and her husband rushed to the scene with their neighbor, trying to comfort one of the pilots.
There was a man in there. He was conscious and breathing and, kind of just looking around. And the only thing I could think to do was just hold his hand and talk to him. So I just laid in the ground next to him and just hey, we're here. Don't worry.
The owner of a local restaurant says the pilots ate breakfast together the day before. Records show one chopper was privately owned. The other belongs to a charter company. No word yet on what caused the crash.
Seasonably cold for Tuesday morning. Temperatures in the 20s and teens around the region, right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. 19 in Spirit Lake, 20 in Meade, 9 Mile in Deer Park, 22 in Spangle. This cold weather is not a sign that winter is here to stay. I have your 8 to 14 day outlook after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This holiday season, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
At Adams Tractor, we are proud to power the Northwest with Kubota. Built tough and built to last. As the official partner of University of Idaho Athletics, we share the same drive, grit, and community pride that fuels the Vandals. From the field to the farm, Kubota equipment delivers performance you can count on. Adams Tractor and University of Idaho Athletics working together to keep our communities moving forward.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Out here, no one hands you anything. Every log milled, every board stacked. That's all you. And your checking account should work just as hard. Ascend Checking from P1FCU earns you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees. No gimmicks, just rewards for the work you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
It's the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru and Parker Subaru are donating a minimum of $325 to charity now through January 2nd.
With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same in-store prices and have your groceries brought right to you. So you can spend time on what matters most. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
Testing is underway in Times Square for the New Year's ball drop. It will drop twice in 2026. The first time there will be a second ball drop since the Times Square tradition started on New Year's Eve in 1907. The second drop will be on July 3rd to celebrate America's 250th birthday. For New Year's Eve, after the drop, the ball will be relit in red, white, and blue and an America 250 design. A preview of how it will look for the second drop. You can watch the ball drop right here on ABC this Wednesday.
That's right. And if you're going to be out and about on New Year's, you might need to bundle up a little bit, but you won't be dealing with any snow.
No, the roads should be in fine shape for New Year's fun. And we're going to be in the midst of a warming trend after a few cold days. This has been a really weird month weather-wise, I'm sure you have noticed. But here's the proof in the temperatures. We started the month off with below average temperatures, and then it has been so incredibly warm. Look at all the days we made it into the 50s. All of these orange dates are above average temperatures. That red 57 was our one day of record highs. And then we stayed with those above average temperatures until Saturday. 32, the gray is average. 28 was our high on Sunday and 32 degrees on Monday. We're going to start getting back up to above freezing temperatures starting tomorrow, and then temperatures well above average by the time we're into the weekend. 35 Tuesday and Wednesday. This white line right here is our average high. We're still in climatologically the coldest part of the winter, where our average high stays at 33. We're going to be up in the 40s by Friday, lower for 40s Saturday and Sunday and into Monday. And it looks like the above average temperature trend is going to continue. Here is the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and we are in that bright red, indicating a strong signal of above average temperatures over the entire western United States, and not as strong a signal, just a hint of above average precipitation. And the above average precipitation is very La Nina-like. It is a La Nina winter. The temperatures during La Nina go one way or another, but usually trend more toward below average. Nonetheless, here's a look at our snowpack. very important part of our winter, and it's sort of feast or famine. We have parts of the region up along the Canadian border that are in pretty good shape, are right about average or just a hair below. Once we get down into the Spokane River Basin, we are only at 59% of average. Lower Snake is in pretty bad shape, as well as the Yakima. And so hopefully with the precipitation keeping on through our forecast, we will be able to beef up that snowpack and not get too warm. No storms on the way for the next few days. High pressure keeping the wet weather away. Here's New Year's Eve at midnight. No problem. By Thursday, New Year's Day at 3, we start to see some wet weather moving in. It may start as a rain-snow mix. Pockets of freezing rain are possible, and then it will be turning all to rain on Friday as we warm up to that high of 40 degrees. A mix of rain and snow through Monday. Hopefully, temperatures cool enough that this will all be mountain snow, but we may see a little bit of snow mixing in here and there in the valleys, but nothing to shovel, nothing to snow blow, no snowmen to make in that 7-day forecast, Eric.
Definitely no snowmen. All right, with the year coming to an end, we decided to take a look at which books we're checking out the most at Spokane County Libraries.
Yeah, female authors dominated this year, with the top 10 books in adult fiction being written by women. The first 3 are The Women by Kristen Hanna, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, and Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Of this year's top books, you can head on over to KXLY.com.
And before we go to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Monday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture and browse the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. Visit us online or stop by today. Consign Furniture. It's the smart way to buy.
How would you like to kick off 2026 in a new Toyota? And get $2,026 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Well, this week you can at Findlay Downtown Toyota. Plus, we're delaying all payments until March 1st.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King.
Coming to Spokane for 3 weeks only this January. Get your tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Winter's creeping in. Is your heating system ready for the challenge ahead? Don't let an unexpected equipment failure or high energy bills impact your comfort this holiday season. At Bills, our comprehensive maintenance can discover problems before they start, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most. For a limited time, you can schedule a tune-up for only $59. Call us at 208-777-5528 and schedule today.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, and flowers all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingsAndEvents.com.
New Year's Day, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 1, 2, 3. With Brandi Carlile, Chappell Roan, 21 Pilots, Doja Cat, Elton John, The Killers, Janelle Monáe, Stevie Wonder, Avril Lavigne, Olivia Rodrigo, and more.
Everybody get up!
Honoring Cyndi Lauper, Salt-N-Pepa, Warren Zevon, Joe Cocker, Soundgarden, Bad Company, The White Stripes, and Outkast.
Long live rock and roll.
The 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, New Year's Day on ABC.
If you're considering updating your living spaces, let our team do all the heavy lifting. We will pick up and sell your like-new consignment furniture.
Consign Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
4 News Now is brought to you by Heritage Health.
Coming up tonight on Nightside.
There are things that trend and ebb and flow.
Every year we see new food trends, but some are better for you than others. Health experts break down which new IT foods are good for you tonight on Nightside, starting at 11.
It is going to be chilly tonight, 22, 35 tomorrow.
I'm just thinking about cottage cheese.
That's your new IT food?
Is that the it food?
See you at 11.
Sign up for the 4 News Now